popular TikToker is getting a lot of heat. Her name is Rose, and the reason why she's getting some hate is because she has referred to herself as a stay-at-home girlfriend. Her boyfriend apparently has a very well-paying job. He works in finance. And so her lifestyle is, I'm not gonna lie, a little bit of a dream. Let's give you an example of that.
Day in the life of a 26-year-old housewife. So today I got up and went for a little walk, got some coffee, did a little grocery shop, stocked up the fridge and replenished my toiletries and my boyfriend's toiletries and restocked the bathroom. Then I put the little eggs inside their little egg house and I cut the coffee and filled up the coffee jar. Then I folded yesterday's laundry, did some more laundry, mopped the floors, vacuumed the carpet and watered all the plants. Cleaned all of my makeup brushes, had a little lunch and tidied up. Did a bit more laundry, had another coffee. Then my boyfriend finally got home, so we went for a little date at the arcade. And I'd been traveling that week, so I was really tired. I had a bath and some wine, and then we actually had a Chinese takeaway that night. The end.
Let me just note for the record, she does a lot of laundry, right? Like, it's not like she's laying around eating bonbons, listening to or watching The Real Housewives of New York City, right? Like she's working.
Yeah.
But it's unpaid work, let me just note that. And it's also work that doesn't really translate to something that you could put on a resume and get a job later in life if it turns out that relationship doesn't work out. Like look, I have no problem with staying home anything. Like if you want to be a stay-at-home girlfriend, do you, boo? I'm worried about her future though.
Yeah, so that's definitely the heart of the conversation. But first, let's continue to have fun.
Okay.
That coffee jar, like in the mornings to describe how crazy and hectic my life is. Because I run the company and I do the show, right? And it's a giant show, we gotta get ready for it. There's no teleprompters, right? So I accidentally bought too strong coffee that you have to grind. They have both kinds.
Why would you do that?
I just screwed up when I was ordering, okay?
Yeah, don't do that.
TooStrongCoffee.com/TYT, okay? Citrus is my new favorite flavor.
Oh.
Anyway, but I have to grind it, and grinding it takes like an extra 30 seconds.
Rise and grind, Uger. Rise and grind, boss man.
Is that a thing? I don't know.
It is, yes.
Okay, so I'm like, oh my God, it's an extra 30 seconds. I gotta go. She's got all the time in the world. She's grinding
How
the coffee.
happy does she seem?
She putting it in a coffee
She's so
jar.
Happy putting the eggs in the little
She got an egg house.
Little egg house.
There's no need for the egg house. They're perfectly fine in their container. Right?
Maybe there is a need.
Okay.
Maybe there is.
Maybe they're happier in that egg house. I don't know.
Look at
how cute that egg house is. I want an egg house. So that wasn't in that video, but in the rest of the articles that I read about it while I was grinding my coffee, is that she explains like, oh, when my boyfriend's coming home, I bake for him, and then it has delicious like different pastries and stuff that she baked. And now all of a sudden I'm thinking, maybe if you're the boyfriend, it's not such a bad deal.
No,
I mean, there isn't a piece of laundry that isn't done. Okay,
yeah.
The eggs are in a cute little house, and you come home to freshly baked goods. It's kind of an interesting arrangement.
Yeah, it's funny that you thought about it in that way because it's fun. Like I'm not thinking about the boyfriend at all. Like the boyfriend made his bed. He's like, don't work, I'll pay for everything.
No, she made the bed. She's a stay-at-home girlfriend.
She's a stay-at-home girlfriend, right? No, but like I'm thinking about what's in the best interest for this woman because notably she's 26, she's beautiful, and the relationship is great right now, but we know how these kinds of stories end, and that's why I'm worried about her, right? I have no hate for her. Like she's living the dream. Like sounds great, actually. You know, who doesn't want to like feel comfortable, stable, like financially to the point where you can like explore baking and everything? Like sounds great. But what if it doesn't work out? These are the important years to build something for yourself. So you're financially independent, right? Yeah. That financial independence is important. It is, because if you're reliant on an individual for your financial stability, if things don't work out with that individual, you're out on your own and you're just the girlfriend. You're not even married to him, so you can't like take half of what he earns like when you leave him, you know?
Yeah, well, that's true too. So look, this story is a roller coaster ride. So I got a lot of different thoughts on it. So on the one hand, I thought, hey man, if you like it, I don't care.
Who the hell wouldn't like it?
Yeah, look, it's not my job to judge you. I don't care, right? Like go have at it, Hoss. And even if it's not for me, good news, it's not me, it's you. Okay, so you do whatever the hell you want. So progressives believe in freedom. So that part's important. On the other hand, I thought the same thing Anna did. Like, what if it doesn't work out? And you're 26 now, but what if you get to be 32? Getting back into the workforce is going to be brutal.
Brutal.
Okay.
Yep.
And you're gonna have to start at the bottom.
Oh, those interviews where, like, I haven't had it happen to me because I've been working nonstop since even before I graduated college. But you know, I know that one of the questions that they ask you when they notice a gap in your resume is, why weren't you constantly working throughout your adult life? What's up with this gap? We're super suspicious of you. No, but it's true.
It is true, and it's such a weird thing, right? Like, wait, were you a human for a couple of years?
I know, yeah.
Why were you not part of the corporate machine for 1.5 years? What was wrong with you?
Why weren't you at the mines? Yeah,
right.
Totally.
So now there's a third hand, which brings us to some of these comments that I love. Hannah Jenkins 739 wrote in, I literally would rather work.
Do you, boo?
And so, yeah, I feel, again, conflicted about this because I look at it and I go, yeah, one, I'd be bored. Two, I would much rather have a real job than this job. On the other hand, okay, then Hannah, you work and she doesn't, and that's called freedom. Charlotte says, so you're a live-in cleaner. Well, look, that's a little bit demeaning. And remember, there's a lot of stay-at-home moms who've been doing this for centuries.
Yes, and it is an incredibly hard job. It is, raising kids, cleaning, cooking. And by the way, let's also snaps to all the ladies out there who do have full-time jobs and then go home and still have to do the cooking and the cleaning and the child rearing and all of that stuff. Women are amazing. Let me just say for a second, and also, yes, there are men, although far fewer, who do it all as well. But for a long time, especially with like rigid gender norms in the country, it was mostly just women doing it all, having to, like, in this economy, earn an income and then come home and do everything else, including the laundry. The same amount of laundry that this lady has been doing.
Totally. So one last thing, it gets to my favorite commenter in the bad reaction. So overall, guys, stop judging and stop being mean. Like, if she likes it, etc. But if you want to be helpful, I thought Jessica Louise Beach. That sounded super funny, sorry. Had my favorite comment. She says, so what happens when you split up and have no career to fall back on? Genuine question, right? And it does sound like a genuine question. So it was a little bit helpful. And then she wrote back, Rose Davis X did, we won't. That's what you think now, but that's not necessarily true. I mean, we've seen a lot of relationships and it doesn't necessarily work that way. So just be careful and then you do you, boo. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.